I decided to roll in ice during the pandemic. It was always kind of a dream of mine later on in life to open a bar restaurant, so I thought now's as good a time as any.
Prior to culinary school, I was at St. John's University studying economics. I had a change of heart my senior year, and I fell in love with cooking.
I've always loved food and cooking and eating. I figured the only way I was going to get the jobs that I wanted to work in was to go to culinary school and to have experience working in a restaurant.
Knowing that it was down here, it was by World Trade, I knew that I could, take the West Side Highway down by bike. I could walk around and kind of just feel like a New Yorker again.
The attraction to ICE was how quick the program was. Instead of a 2-year program, it really helped me develop my skills faster, because that's what kitchens require.
The culinary management program for me was, I think, kind of one of a kind, because I was currently in the process of opening a hospitality establishment while I was in the program. So I was actually designing what I wanted to do for the build out, and then was coming to class and sharing it.
My student experience at ICE was amazing. It completely exceeded all of my expectations that I had.
Your instructors are seasoned professionals that are willing to constantly give you advice and guidance.
I externed at Resdora, which is a Michelin star Italian restaurant in Flatiron. It was my #1 choice of restaurant to extern at. I currently work with Gail Simmons. I got the opportunity to work with her through the ICE network. I am her culinary assistant and digital media coordinator.
My externship was at The Modern. I am currently working at Caviar Russe in New York City.
The hospitality industry is essentially to create communities, and I was able to create one here in my class that I'm now trying to apply to my little neighborhood up in Washington Heights.
My career goals are to have my own restaurant in New York City someday, and I would like to publish a cookbook from that restaurant someday.
And I would really kind of love to turn my career now into being a bar restaurant owner that's got a few places, that's helping neighborhoods do well.
I see my career taking me to working in recipe development for a big magazine or television network.
My advice for students who want to get into the culinary management program is you don't have to have a clear idea on what type of place you want to own, but you have to want to own a place. You will get so much out of it and more if you really want it.
I would tell anyone that wants to go to culinary school, it was the best decision I've ever made. It really opened so many doors for me, and the network and the people I've met are just people who will be in my life forever.